G'day guys, it's Ninja here. Got Darcy, my magnificent model here.
You love running with that one. I love it. It feels
magnificent. I've got a few things to unpack along the way, but his new tattoo and a bit of a topic to talk about as well. But I'm going to show you dynamic neck treatment. So it's something we've been doing here for about 100 years at MMT. So
200. 200
years, so I'm pretty old. I look a lot younger than what I am. So anyway, so I'm going to show you the dynamic neck treatment. So follow along. You can learn how to do this if you do our courses. Our man here, Darcy's a salesman. You can talk to him if you click on the link and book an interview. So that'll be a bit of a delight for you, I'm sure.
It'll be an absolute delight.
Yep. And but anyway, let's get into it. Show me where you're.
So probably on Sunday and Monday, I just felt some limitation in my left side of my neck. And treating, I didn't really have any time to get some treatment because I was so busy on Monday treating clients. I was back to back. But I just felt like it was like top of my shoulder. Like I kept wanting to push into here. So maybe it was trap or left scap or something. But
let's just get a start on it.
Yeah, you'll feel some solid points, no doubt.
Yeah, so I'm just sort of getting a bit of a gauge on how it feels just physically, and then Darcy gets a bit of understanding of how sore it is and things like that. It might even refer and things. So we just got to make a good start. So I always say, don't get a second chance at a first impression, and
that's cool.
You don't get a second chance at initial contact with somebody. So if you kind of blow that, you can get somebody offside right at the start. You don't win them back because they're kind of, if you hurt them, then they feel like, oh, am I in danger here? So and that's safety is something we talk about here, MMT a lot, and every human needs to feel safe just to live. Physical safety is number one, because if we're not physically safe, we're dead. We're not here. We're not in the game. We can't continue the species on. We can't hang around with our families and friends. Physical safety first, but then we've kind of got safety on a whole bunch of other levels as well, like with your family, with your relationships, with your money, with your work, spirituality, mental, all these kind of things, all these different buckets of life. We need to feel safe in it so we can continue on, so we actually live and prosper.
Yeah, I like that, Ninj. And I feel like you haven't even moved yet. It's just connected, pinning my spot, holding it, not pushing too hard where it's, I guess, like a threat or feeling like you're damaging me or hurting me. It just feels therapeutic, somewhat, intense, but really nice as well.
And it kind of changes, so Darcy can intuitively start to move and explore. And when he moves, I'll hit on a different aspect of that tender that I'm trapping. Yeah. So and he
literally he's trapping the trap.
Trap the trap, bro.
Trap the trap.
I've always thought that. It's a trap.
Yeah, it is a trap. But the dynamic style, Ninja, you've loved and you have. It's something you've pioneered over the best years of your treatment experience over the last 30 years. Why do you like dynamic treatment the most?
I used to only do dynamic on people's necks. So whenever they come with neck, I'd be getting them seated, and this is what I did. So it was just, I loved because people are in the posture they're in, they can move, so you can kind of engage with the person as well. You can talk rather than them talking down muffled into a towel. Sure. You know what I mean? So there's a different kind of connection when you're, you can look at them in the eye when you're in certain spots and things like that. So there's a different kind of bonding, connection, rapport that you're building with a person, and that's paramount to the way we kind of operate. We need to connect with the person so that we can kind of go deeper. We like to say this is beyond bodywork, and that's kind of what we've called our little course business is beyond bodywork, because we don't just teach bodywork. It's sort of connection and exercise and communication and social media, all these different things that are going to help you be a better human.
Personal development.
Personal development is a better part, is an important part, because if you're not growing, evolving personally, how can you grow as a practitioner and with your business? So we kind of know they work hand in hand. So that's what we're trying to, endeavouring to do, is help people be a better body worker, but also a better person, more capable human.
Yeah, because I guess if you're the best version of yourself, your clients are going to feel that energy, and they're going to feel safe. They're going to feel secure. They're going to feel like this energy is what I need to heal. If you're broken, scattered, anxious, how are you going to heal people, or how are you going to help people on their healing journey? You know, you might, these healers, that term healer is quite broad, but essentially facilitating someone's journey is what we're doing, and just creating a really safe path, or a really, that's a really good spot.
In there, man.
Yeah. For them to do that. So, being secure in yourself, being confident, knowing what you do, and being able to communicate that is a really strong and clear part of our Beyond Bodywork. That's all good, man. Teaching somebody to be the best version of themselves, whatever that may be.
Yeah.
You know, they might be really good at the hands-on stuff, but really lack the communication, or really good at the communication, but lack the hands-on. It's just finding out what area you need to level up in and upskill, and that transformation needs to happen.
Yep.
To that development.
Yeah, it's just saying what you're saying there. It's all skill.
Yeah.
You know, like in Hall Mosey kind of says as well, if you're not, haven't got the personal skills, you can actually improve it, can't you? You can get better at communicating, get better at listening, tuning in, you know, reading the play. You can be interested in people, you can be interesting yourself, you know, so, I think that's an important thing to remember. You know, if you've got poor bedside manner, you can improve it.
Yeah.
Everything is a skill.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something my mum always says. You know, like public speaking, for example. Oh, I'm no good at it. You know, no, I'm no good at it. You know, like, well, it's something you've got to do.
Yeah.
How do you know? You know, I never good at football until you started practicing football.
Yeah.
Never good at doing YouTube videos until you started practicing YouTube videos.
Yeah.
You know, you've got to. It's all a skill, and to better yourself in your skill, or to level up, or to graduate, you've got to practice, continue to learn, challenge yourself. Optimal growth occurs on the border of challenge and support.
Correct. Anyway, we had a topic, a little line. I like having little quotes. It's one I heard. The guy that goes up to the millionaires and billionaires on the street as they come out of buildings and saying, you know, got time, I've got 19 million subscribers, you want to talk to me, type of thing.
Yeah, and they're worth billions of dollars.
Yeah. And they come out with some gems. And anyway, one gem that I kind of heard, and I've been telling people since, and they've been trying to unpack it. So it goes, when we're born, we look like our parents. When we die, we look like our decisions.
Yeah.
So think about that one a little bit and unpack it. So, and I kind of think about when we die, it can be tomorrow, right now. So what we look like right now is based on our decision as adults. You know, as, you know, when we're born, you know, we're a blank canvas. We're molded into our environment. So our parents and our siblings and our, you know, schoolmates and things like that, they all influence us. So if we're born into riches, or we're born on the dump in, you know, India or something like that, it's all shaping us, but we're all kind of a human at the basic level, aren't we? Yeah. So we're shaped by that early days, but then as an adult, we've got, you know, we think for ourselves, we're independent, aren't we? So
our decisions are made by us, and they're probably more impactful. But what's to say that one decision I make today, you know, it may change the outcome of tomorrow, but essentially, why can't I change that decision? You know, if you aren't making the right one, if I'm picking up on bad habits, let's say, and I'm not doing the right things that are serving me or my my development. You know, if I'm drinking too much, or if I'm gambling, or taking drugs, or just, I don't know, let's say you might not be doing any of that. It might be small things like I know that I could get up earlier and make more of my day or more of my business or more of my fitness journey or relationship or be a better dad or whatever it might be, just by getting up an hour earlier to make my kids' lunches, to get to the gym, to see the sunlight that might help with my stress levels. All these little things to be like 1% better are decisions and choices that we can make that essentially are going to make you a better person for yourself. Because I think that's the biggest thing, isn't it, Ninja? It's like, don't do it for anyone else. Do it for you, because the people around you, like your family, your friends, it's going to be like this. It's going to be attractive and appealing, but you're also going to emit this energy that essentially other people are going to want to do better for themselves as well because of the energy that you're emitting. Anyway, that's something that I was thinking about when you're saying, like, we're going to look like our, if you're going to die tomorrow, what are you going to, who's the person that you're going to be? What legacy will you leave behind?
Yeah.
Who are you right now? So I think that's what I'm taking away from that quote, is what resonates with me. Are you happy with your current state? Do you need to change? Or is there more that you can do? Are you pretty fucking good and you're pretty happy with where you're at, but you can just level up even more? Because, it's that funny old saying, life is short. It can be short, but it also can be pretty long.
Yeah.
You've got actually quite a lot of time. If you're healthy, it can be a long, vital life. And a big one is... I actually read it the other day, and I know I'm getting on a bit of a tangent here, but I think somebody on Instagram asked it, how do I live my longest life? And it had a lot to do with, it wasn't fitness, it wasn't what you eat, so it wasn't diet, it wasn't fitness, or any magic pill or potion. The big one was authenticity, and which essentially allows you to live like the people that live in I think, where was it, like the Mediterranean diet, I think they say, are the people that live the longest. It's not so much that they're the olive oil and the diet that they're on, it's actually that their stress levels are quite low, or the lowest, lower levels of cortisol. You might not know that you're even stressed, but your body can show stress in other ways. It can be in your mental sort of emotional state. You might be feeling frustrated or anger. That's a choice, by the way, guys. Those feelings, they're a choice. You might be feeling stressed and not getting enough sleep. You might be feeling stressed and it's a physical stress, your injury, your inflammation in your body, your headaches might be coming out in your body with pimples and scars and acne and losing hair and whatnot. But the one thing that you can control is your emotions, and one thing that you can try and change is living authentically to who you are, and essentially your stress levels will come down and you'll live a vital life, if that makes sense. Did that make sense, Ninja? Did I get there in the end?
How did it go? Pretty good, man.
Pretty good.
So I'll circle back a little bit. So with the your decisions, so we think about the physical body, I suppose, is the first one. So you kind of, are you strong, are you vital? These are the kind of things we really like doing. Are you mobile? Are you able to kind of do whatever you want to do with your body?
Yep.
Just at the drop of a hat, can you go on a hike? Can you play a game of footy? Can you play a game of paddle? Or
can you sprint? Can you lift?
Swim, or whatever?
Yep.
Can you do a muscle up or something like that?
Yeah.
Do the monkey bars, climb a tree. So that's kind of the basic stuff, and that's all dependent on your habits. You kind of, are you in the habit of moving your body? Are you in the habit of loading your body? Have you got plans with that? Do you work out with other people that kind of keep you accountable and keep you, growing and developing? So physical, I think, is sort of what you think about first, but then you can kind of go to other areas of life. So I think I did kind of say that. So you kind of, your decisions with your relationships, your decisions with your family, your habits with your family, your money, kind of, have you been investing or have you just been
blowing it?
Blowing it on disposable things, expenses rather than the other way, being investments. So that's kind of a really important thing to kind of think about. So what's your legacy? How have you been living your life? Are you making an impact, or are you kind of vandalising? Are you kind of terrorising and vandalising and giving other people kind of stress and trauma because of your behaviour and things like that? So it's kind of, we've got to think about not just ourselves, we've got to think about others and how we are affecting them, and it's a really important thing. And but getting back to authenticity, I think that was really important. So I had another little kind of pearl.
Yeah, this is cool.
So listening, so like how we, like, when we want relationships, we want connection and things like that. A lot of times we chase and we try and conform and we try and be what we think other people want us to be.
Mold or shape ourselves, or mirror, or
But I heard that there's someone talking about a flower. So a flower just bees the best version of itself. It is authentic and it attracts the insects and the bees. So just be a flower, be the best version of yourself. Then you'll attract in the right people, So the other thing, if you're shit, you attract the flies, you attract the parasites and things that need to break down the shit. You know what I mean? So they don't want to...
The dung beetles, the worms.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. Yeah. That's what do you want to attract? The parasites, the flies and the things that break down the shit.
Yeah.
Or do you want to be, nourishing? That's what the flower does. It's got the nectar and the beauty, that attracts the humans and the bees.
The sweetness of the honey.
Yeah.
There's something in that too, isn't there? A bit of it.
Yeah. Do you want to be sweet or you want to be bitter?
Yeah.
It's sort of that's a choice, like Darcy was saying before. We don't have to be bitter.
Yeah.
And like a lot of things it's like we love DeMartini. He kind of looks at, you always got to look at things from different perspectives. So if you kind of always think that something is shit, it's bad, you got resentment towards, you got anger towards it, he makes you kind of look at another side. So he'll say, okay, you've listed all the downsides, now let's list the benefits. And you'll say, nah, there's nothing there, nah, it was all bullshit, it was whatever. And then you say, no, think about it. What did you learn? Who did you meet because of that? What opportunities came up, So we can always learn something, we can always have a different perspective. And then same with infatuation as well, because a lot of times we're infatuated by things and it means that we're blind to the downsides of a person or a job or whatever. So we can kind of do a collapsing process on things we're infatuated as well. Because like we're infatuated with people at the start, we just look at them with rose-coloured glasses, but then after a while we realise that they're a human with things that annoy us and things that aren't in alignment with our value system. And sort of like, the sooner you can kind of realise that, the better. And you can work with people, that have different value systems. It's fine. So you can, like, as a vegan can work with a hunter. You can get along because we're still humans at the end of the day. We don't have to be fighting each other because we've got a different point of view on a certain section of life. So
that's really cool.
So I'm being plant-based 28 years, and my best friend is hunts and kills deers and stuff, and I can't fully understand it, but it's still my friend, So so I think that's
really cool.
Something to be said for that,
Don't judge a person by a certain lifestyle they might live. You got to see the human for who they are, and if they've got your best interests at heart, meaning I see that this person's soul, his heart, is actually really pure, and it's real, and it's authentic, and it's full of love, and wants the best out of somebody. That's who they are. Don't judge them for their characteristics of, the small things like. Diet or training, you might not drink, but your best friend might be an alcoholic, there's that's a bit of contrast there as well. Doesn't say that they're a bad person. Yeah, maybe their decisions might not be aligned with yours, but yeah, that's a challenge for you as well. Just essentially what Ninja's saying there is, don't resent someone or be so one-sided or infatuated by someone and blinded by their drawbacks or downsides.
Yeah.
Because we're all humans at the end of the day, and I think the more you can spread love and kindness, that's the person you want to leave this world in. If we circle back to, you look like your parents when you're born, and then what was the end of that quote, Ninj?
When you die, you look like your decisions.
When you die, you look like your decisions. What decisions are you making?
Yeah.
How are you impacting the world?
Yeah.
What footsteps are you leaving behind? What legacy?
I think another thing, like a lot of people, they want to be the opposite of their parents. But maybe your parents are okay. You know what I mean? Well, we just sort of got this, we're embarrassed by our parents and we want to do the opposite of them. Oh, they didn't do this, they didn't do that. I'm going to make sure I balance that up. I'm going to treat my kids differently. I'm going to give them all the lollies or the, whatever it might be. But so we have a lot of people, I think, are like that. They're kind of embarrassed by their parents and want to be different to them.
Yeah.
But I suppose that's all part of finding your way in the world and we all want to be ourselves and be loved for who we authentically are, and maybe part of us is like our parents as well. That characteristic that we absorb everything from the start, and that's, I know Bruce Lipton says, like your first 7 years, 95% of who you are stays with you throughout your life. From that first 7 years, we're just programmed. So it takes a lot of effort to change that original programming. Yeah. So all the influences you have from your first formative years, it sort of sets you up for life all the time. So yeah.
So be a good parent too. Be a good son, be a good daughter.
Yeah, do your best.
Do your best.
Because there's, like we said before, like you're going to see it. Some people will see that's good, it's supportive, but other people say, no, it's too, you're making your kids soft because you gave them too much, and then others will be, no, that's abuse because you were too hard on them, and others say, no, that's toughen them up and send them up for life, for the rigours and the challenges that are going to come up for them for life. So it's hard to win as a parent because but you just got to do your best and be the change you want to see in the world. So for me, as as a dad, I want to be vital and healthy and good with my relationships and good communication and things like that.
It's awesome. It's so easy to, we'll leave you with this, it's so easy to judge a person before you know the person too.
Yeah.
So maybe put yourself in their shoes a little bit and get to know the person before you throw judgment around.
Yeah, a lot of times all we need is more information.
Yeah.
More information, and then we kind of have the more rounded, knowledge of the story.
Yeah.
It's a lot of time at the time you're in the fight or whatever, but then over time you find out more information. You find out why the person was like that and what came into that event, why they were like that. So,
there's so much programming in this world, and I don't know. There's a whole lot of concepts and theories, but we don't want to be divided or fight or war or be against each other. We're all humans. Let's make a choice to treat each other like humans deserve to be treated. Like your best friend, like your mum, like your grandma, like your daughter, like your girlfriend. Anyway,
be kind.
Be kind. If you love what we're emitting, come in, get a treatment, have a chat, and thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.
Done.